Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava, page 116b, part 2, with the words Rava Amar. Rava stated a different answer. Here in the Brisa, we are dealing with laborers who were hired to protect the caravan, and one of these guards saved the traveler's property. And it is in accordance with the opinion of Rav, as Rav says, a laborer may retract his commitment to his employer even in the middle of the day. The Gemara explains, as long as he did not retract his commitment, he is considered to be under the jurisdiction of the employer, so that anything he saves automatically belongs to the employer. And when he retracts his commitment, it is for a different reason that he is able to do so, as it is written, "For unto me the children of Israel are servants," Leviticus 25:55, indicating that Jews are servants of God, but not servants of servants. In other words, not servants of other Jews. Consequently, it is permitted for a laborer to conclude his term of employment whenever he wants. Once he does so, if he saves property that the members of the caravan are unable to rescue, the property belongs to him. Rav Ashi stated another answer. The Braita is discussing a case where the other members of the caravan are able to rescue the property with difficulty. Therefore, if he revealed his intention to rescue the property for himself and the other travelers did not protest, it is clear that they have despaired of recovering their property, and the rescuer has secured the property for himself. If he did not reveal his intention to rescue the property for himself, the status quo remains and the property has been rescued for the common good. New Mishnah. The Mishnah says, in a case of one who robs a field from an other and thugs subsequently take the field from the robber, the halakha is dependent upon the circumstances. If it is a regional disaster in which the thug seize all the property in the region, the robber says to the owner of the field, "That which is yours is before you." In other words, it is your prerogative to try to reclaim it from the thugs. No compensation is required, since the thugs would have seized the property in any event. But if the thugs took that field alone due to the robber is obligated to provide the owner with a different field. Gemara. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak said, one who teaches the Mishnah using the term masikin does not err, and one who teaches the Mishnah using the term masikin or matzikin, meaning, I guess that means thugs. Yeah. As both terms may be used to refer to thugs, one who teaches the Mishnah using the term matzikin does not err, as is written, in the siege and in the distress, matzok, in which your enemies shall distress you, Deuteronomy 28:55. Consequently, matzikin are individuals who cause distress to others. And the one who teaches the Mishnah using the term masikin also does not err, as it is written, all your trees and the fruit of your land shall the locust consume, Deuteronomy 28:42. And in the standard Aramaic translation, we translate this phrase as, shall the locust sakea consume. Consequently, masikin are those who consume the property of others. The Mishnah teaches, if thugs took the field due to the robber is obligated to provide the owner with a different field. The Gemara asks, what are the circumstances of the case? In the latter clause of the Mishnah, if we say that they seized only his land, the robber's land, and did not seize all the other lands in the region, you already learned this from the first clause of the Mishnah. If it is a regional disaster in which the thugs seize all the property in the region, the robber is not obligated to compensate the owner of the field, which indicates that if it is not a regional disaster, the robber is not exempt from payment. What novelty does the latter clause teach? The Gemara explains, no, it is necessary for a case where the individual did not actually take control of the property before it was seized by thugs, rather showed the field to the thugs, and thereby facilitated their occupation of the field. A different version of this answer is as follows. With what are we dealing here? A case where Gentiles coerced someone and told him to show them his land for them to seize. And he showed them that field belonging to another, along with his fields, and the thugs then seized all the land he showed them. The Gemara recounts a related incident. There was a certain man who showed piles of wheat belonging to the exilarch's household to thugs, who seized them. The case came before Rav Nachman for judgment, and Rav Nachman deemed that man liable to pay the exilarch for the stolen wheat. Rav Yosef was sitting behind Rav Huna bar Chia, and Rav Huna bar Chia was sitting before Rav Nachman. Rav Huna bar Chia said to Rav Nachman, "What did you deem him liable to pay because that is the halacha, or was it a fine?" Rav Nachman said to him, "This individual's liability is written explicitly in the Mishnah. In other words, it is the halacha. As we learned in the Mishnah, if thugs took the field to the robber, he is obligated to provide the owner with a different field. And it was established that the Mishnah is referring to a case where an individual showed the field to thugs who later seized it. So too, in such a case, the one who showed the exilarch's wheat pile to the thugs is obligated to pay for them." After Nachman left, Rav Yosef said to Rav Huna bar Chia, "What difference does it make to you?" Definitely a cliffhanger.